All right, so you're trying to break into claims adjusting, but you just keep hearing the same thing. Get ready for hurricane season because that's where new adjusters usually get their start. Colorado State University just published their final hurricane forecast of this year, and I need to tell you what that means for your big break because this year, the door you've been told to wait at might only open once for about 2 weeks. Sometime in September. If you miss it, there may not be a second storm behind it. But if you're ready, and I mean actually ready, not half ready, a year like this can still be the year that everything starts for you. So today I'm giving you the first storm standby protocol, 5 steps to be the rookie who gets the call when there's maybe only one call going out. I'm Matt and I teach complete adjuster training that gets your experience requirements waived. And in this video, I'm going to show you the final forecast and just really briefly, the calendar that tells you exactly when your shot is coming, and then that protocol that I mentioned. So let's get into this starting now. Okay, so here's Colorado State University's August 5th update, their last seasonal forecast of 2026. 9 named storms, 4 hurricanes, 1 major storm, and seasonal energy holding at 50 just like it did with the last one, right? There's no change from July. They are locked in, okay? And starting today, CSU stops forecasting the season and starts publishing 2-week forecasts through the peak, which means that forecast season is kind of over. We're now into execution season, okay? So now the calendar, because for you, the calendar matters more than the forecast. Hurricane season ramps up hard around the middle of August 15th-ish, right? Peaks mid-September, and then it tapers off again through the middle of October. Today is August 6th. The window opens in about 10 days. So the 2 storms that shattered those quiet seasons, those El Niño years, both struck inside the exact sort of 8 to 10 week window that opens in the next week or two. If this season has only 1 storm in it, and if that storm is your big break, your deadline to get ready is not October, it's right now, okay? Before you tell me the whole year is dead, look around, okay? Spokane's on fire right now, along with a good chunk of the West, right on the schedule that I laid out as early as May and June of this year. And just a few days ago, the Chicago suburbs got more 2-inch plus hail, okay? Claims are being worked today in August in a so-called dead season. And some of the people working those files are rookies who got their first break on hail, not on a hurricane, okay? So the season didn't cancel anybody's start, but waiting will, okay? So let's talk about this protocol. And let me be straight about who this is for. This is for you if you've never worked a claim in your life. You're waiting on your big break, and historically, that break comes on a hurricane. And this is everything that you've heard about, right? This is the fire hose. This is getting thrown to the wolves. This is sink or swim, okay? Every adjuster who's been around has a story about their first storm because for most of us, our first storm was our very first claim, okay? And here's what makes this year different. In a normal season, there are enough storms that a half-ready rookie can catch a deployment somewhere. This year, the forecast says 1 major hurricane, okay? Which means if your break comes at all, it's coming in that little narrow window. The firms will be calling fewer rookies than usual, and the ones that they do call will be the ones who are completely, obviously ready, not half ready, okay? So here's how you become the rookie who gets the call, okay? Step 1, get your license, okay? Now, starting now, today, your home state or your designated home state license, and then start stacking the saltwater states, Texas to North Carolina, okay? Licensing is not instant. Applications, exams, processing times, background checks, fingerprints, all that stuff, okay? If you wait until a storm has a name to start this, you missed it, okay? The window opens in 10 days, like I said, okay? Step 2, get onboarded with the IA firms now, today, before you think your resume is ready, before you've gotten training or anything else, okay? A lot of new people don't realize that you can do this. You probably will have to have at least 1 license, but you can get on rosters today. You still have onboarding with background checks, W-9s, direct deposit forms, profile setup, drug screen, all that stuff, right? And that does take time, so you want to start it immediately. And when a storm does spin up, firms are going to deploy from their finished roster. They do not stop to process applications, right? Ready now, beats ready later. The whole point of this year is that there's no second storm to catch if you miss the first one. Maybe, who knows? I mean, the weather can do anything. Step 3, run a 24-hour audit. Ask yourself a question. If a firm called you right now and said be in Houston in 24 hours, could you actually go? Go bag packed, ladder, boots, gear, vehicle serviced, right? All those things done. You're going to need money set aside because you will spend money on hotels and gas, food, etc. for weeks, probably more than that before you get a paycheck. And you need to have the decks of your life kind of cleared, your family briefed, your day job exit plan figured out, right? Because the worst conversation of your career is telling a firm no on the only call that you might get this year. Step 4, train, okay? The truth about your first deployment. It is a fire hose and nobody's going to slow it down for you. You're going to be expected to scope roofs, sides of houses, interiors of houses, outbuildings, fences, etc., other structures. You're going to need to write estimates and Xactimate. You're going to need to close those files while you're exhausted and hundreds or thousands of miles from home. The rookies who survive it are the ones who build their fundamentals before the deployment, not during it. You need reps in Xactimate. Practice estimates, the claims process over and over right now while the Atlantic is still quiet, okay? You'll not rise to the occasion. You will fall to your level of training. Make that level high. Step 5, and this one might sound a little bit obvious, but decide in advance that you're going to go, okay? This is a step that kind of kills a lot of first deployments. When the call comes, you're going to get put on the spot. Are you going on this storm? Can you help us? Yes or no. Dispatch's job is to staff the storm. They don't have a lot of time, and they really probably don't have the inclination to give you a few hours or a day or two to think about it or get your affairs in order. They need a yes or a no, okay? The rookies who hesitate are the ones who are going to get skipped. The list just moves to the next name. So listen, every night between now and the middle of August and going into September, these are either going to be training reps for you or they're going to evaporate and be wasted days. And this is exactly why I built the Adjuster TV Claims Skills Manual. It's a complete video training library for field and desk claims. It covers the claims process, the estimates, everything firms expect a rookie to show up already knowing. So go ahead and grab a training pass at adjustertv.com/manual. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a great storm.